Do we know where it came from? Were there any markings? Were they are these intentional pilots who are kamikaze pilots executing this kamikaze attack into the World Trade Center? Were they stolen? Are they small Airbuses? Those are flown by US Air. The 737-800s are flown by the Delta shuttle that goes from LaGuardia to New York. You've got the one that I saw going down Fifth Avenue before it made a turn looked very white. Now that could theoretically indicate it would be a Delta shuttle. I'm not saying it is, folks. I don't want to alarm people. Also, Air Canada flies those twin-engine smaller Airbuses down from Montreal and down from Toronto. So I think one of the first things investigators have got to start to intentional pilots who are kamikaze pilots executing this kamikaze attack into the World Trade Center. Were they stolen? Are they small Airbuses? Those are flown by US Air. The 737-800s are flown by the Delta shuttle that goes from LaGuardia to New York. You've got the one that I saw going down Fifth Avenue before it made a turn looked very white. Now that could theoretically indicate it would be a Delta shuttle. I'm not saying it is, folks. I don't want to alarm people. Also, Air Canada flies those it would be a Delta shuttle. I'm not saying it is, folks. I don't want to alarm people. Also, Air Canada flies those are flown by US Air. The 737-800s are flown by the Delta shuttle that goes from LaGuardia to New York. You've got the one that I saw going down Fifth Avenue before it made a turn looked very white. Now that could theoretically indicate it would be a Delta shuttle. I'm not saying it is.
It was a red, white plane. It was so low. And also, I saw a red, white something go over the building. I saw it was a red, white plane. It was so low to this building right here, I couldn't believe it. I saw it was a red, white plane. It was so low to this building right here.
Fire department came in and they said, why the airplane is leaking? And everybody looking up, all of a sudden he was going to hit the AT&T building. He went straight to the World Trade Center.
It looked like he aimed it for the towers?
Yeah.
So is the plane
It was a small airplane.
The plane was white?
Yeah.
Okay, and you did see stripes?
Oh yeah, me and Mr. Spank, we were here.
For sure you saw stripes?
Oh yeah.
What color were they?
The red.
Red stripes?
The red, the pink red.
Any markings on the jet?
No.
The tail of the plane, what did it, can you describe that for me? What color did it look?
I just knew it was down too low. It was white with maroon writing on it.
Oh, like. The plane looked white?
Yes.
And it had maroon writing?
It looked like it. And it was going, I guess I was in a state of shock for seeing a plane flying that low.
Sure.
And I can just vaguely remember that. But that's the way it looked to me.
So as far as any coloring and markings, you just noticed white?
I just saw.
You just sort of saw the white go by and we were like, what was that? And it just hit and then we heard the explosion and we ran out and it was all flames.
Do you have any description of the aircraft at all?
It was white. Yeah.
Did you see any other colors?
No.
Size,
it just
engines?
went so fast.
Did it look like a passenger airplane?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, because we see the planes pass here all the time. So it went down pretty fast.
Do you see how many engines it had?
No. It was like a white thing that just went real quickly.
What did it look like? What color did it look for you?
White. It was white.
White.
Mm-hmm.
Did it look more gray or silver?
No, it looked white to me.
It looked white.
It's a white plane. Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, did it look like it was silver with sun shining on it?
I don't remember that. I just remember it being white.
Just like the paint, the actual paint was white.
The actual paint was white.
Did you see any markings or colors?
I remember on the tail there was numbers.
Numbers.
But little, you see the wing, the tail, and you see it, and the numbers. There were probably like 3 numbers on the top of it. They were black, but they weren't big. They were just like medium size.
3 numbers on and this is the tail, the fin that sticks up on the very back?
The tail.
And what color were the numbers?
Black.
Black. And there's about 3 of them. They were numbers or letters?
They were numbers.
They didn't really big and take up.
No, they weren't really big, just normal size like this.
And did you see any stripes on it?
Probably 1.
You saw a stripe on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a blue one, but it wasn't so noticeable that you would remember the color. But it was basically the plane was plain white, 1 stripe, and then the little letters. And then I saw the windows. All the windows. The windows looked black to me. Well, That's what they look like, black, all of them.
Oh, really? Okay. Could you see any people in the windows?
No, I didn't. I could have seen some, but I didn't see people. I just saw when I looked over here, I saw the windows really, really big. And then I saw where the engine is, like it was, because I could see it going this way. So I saw the engine.
Okay, you saw the actual engine. All right. Now, there are a couple different accounts of different planes in the area, so I'm going to stop the camera and pull out these pictures of these different planes to see you know, which one looked more like the one that you saw, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on a second. Okay, Cindy. So, there were some official counts of a plane like this. This is a C-130.
Okay.
A big military plane that was chasing it. Did you see that?
No.
Did the plane you saw, did it look like that?
No.
See how it has propellers that actually spin in the front and they have 4 engines?
Yeah, no.
You didn't see that because you mentioned there were propellers before, but you're saying when you say that did the engines look more like this?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I saw. But for some reason it looked bigger. You know what I saw? It looked bigger.
Well, it's because it's darn close to you.
Yeah, but this is what I saw. I didn't see...
Okay, now here's another one. This is an American Airlines jet right here with the stripes on it. Would you say the plane looked more like this with the red stripe, this picture with the red stripe, or more like this color with the blue stripe that you saw?
This one with the blue stripe. I didn't see any... This one, because this one kind of looks like mirror-ish, kind of, you know?
Right, like a chrome or silver.
I didn't see this one.
You did not see that one. Okay, you mentioned there were numbers on the tail. Did the numbers on the tail, see how there's two big AA there?
Yeah, there's like numbers right here.
Oh, it was right in the middle of the tail like that?
Right here. Like, right, can you see? Can you see this?
Yeah.
This, I can't, this, right, there was like little numbers right here.
And how big were they?
Medium size, like right here. They were like really small, like right in, they weren't like big.
They just took up the top of it? The top portion of it?
Yeah.
So it wasn't two big AAs with wings like that?
No.
Okay.
So it was plain. It was like plain. It wasn't sparkly or anything like that.
And that's all you saw was the one plane.
Just the one plane. That's all.
Okay. Right.
Because that's that plane. It was plain. You know.
You know for sure that's what you saw, huh?
Gordon. Okay, Andrea, we're back talking to Omar Campos and his friend Adil Raji is translating for him.
¿Pero sabe qué colores? Lo alcancé a ver que era como blanco por bajo y como así alrededor como celeste.
What color was it?
It's like white in the top, it's like blue color downstairs.
White on the top and blue on the color.
It's not like blue like white blue. Como los aeroplanes de aquí, de América. Algo como así. Algo así como los de la United, you know. He said like United States aeroplane.
Is a 5-sided building. We're seeing the front of the Pentagon right along the parkway. The right-hand side where the helicopter pad is right where a light white jet was circling around. Secret Service also reported a jet circling around the White House.
It is out of sight now, best we can tell.
And I heard this terrible roaring, and I said, "Oh, what is that?" And as it got closer, you know, it was terrible. And I was holding my ears like this. I said, "Oh, what is that?" And I looked, and there I saw the nose of that plane coming right at me.
And it was real low to the ground at that point, or?
Yeah. To me, the way it looked to me, it was going to head right for me. It was coming right at me.
Wow. And did you see, at that point, did you see any other plane?
At that point, no. After the plane had crashed, which I didn't know it crashed at the time, but I knew it went over the house, over me, and it nipped the top of the tree, and they told me that was like 100 feet.
At your property?
Yeah. And it nipped that tree, top of that tree, and then it just disappeared. And then it just disappeared.
You don't know how much we appreciate you doing this. I can tell this is okay. Describe again what you saw.
It was pure white. There was not any markings on it. There was no rivets. I mean, it was that close that I could have seen it. It was so molded. It looked like it was all one piece. And it was cylinder. It came back. And then this spoiler was across it. And I remember the spoiler was so molded, and it was so white and shiny.
And there was no wings or...
I could not see any wings because, like I said, I saw it from mid-belly, and I'm looking up under it.
Let's have you do this. Let's have you turn this way because the wind is blowing into the microphone. It's really loud. Okay, go ahead.
Well, like I said, I saw it from the mid-belly back, and then it banked, so I could not see like what would be like on top of it or anything. But it was just so perfectly white, not a mark on it. Because my thought at the time was, this looks like it's brand new. You know, like it never been used or.
And you think it was? What do you think it was?
I can only go by whatever other people have said to me. Because at the time I thought it was a plane, but with like the guy from California that emailed me a lot of pictures, the guy from Bedford that sent me a lot of pictures, they all said the same thing, that, you know, it had to be a missile or a unmanned plane or something, just because of the shape,
maneuvering,
and the way it maneuvered, because they've come up and looked at these wires.
How small it is, yeah. And craters. I mean, if you've seen that.
Right. So